stepdaughter, and Aunt Carrie with her brood. What's a brood, Mantha wants to know? A whole bunch of chicks, or, in this case, Aunt Carrie's kids. She only has 2. I was being ironic. What's ironic? Actually, maybe I was being sarcastic. Mantha tallies the kids in her own family. Pim, her, Tom, and Clem. Are we a brood? And how? Mantha laughs. Anyway, Bennie resumes her itinerary. Thursday is when Diggs and Co. arrive, driving up from Falls Church, Virginia. Who's Co? Short for company. In this case, Diggs is father and stepmother. The and Co. contingent, along with various other, less intimately connected family members and friends, are putting up, thank goodness, not here but at the Garrison Inn in town. The future in-laws had been invited to stay here, but their demurral came, quite frankly, as a relief, a reflection not on them, but on the haphazard hazards of daily life behind the scenes with the Blumenthals. Bennie doubted the Digginses would be well served by witnessing, at this early juncture, just how chaotic a family their daughter was marrying into. Even so, their own house has been tasked with accommodating 9 extra people in addition to the 6 who officially lived here, because Clem after next weekend won't. What almost no one knows is that Clem is the tip of the exodus. It isn't simply that Clem will presumably, in the natural order of things, be followed by the next oldest, Tom, and eventually by Mantha here, and one day even by that little half-naked militia man tearing up and down the hallway now, hollering, what is he hollering? Grab your muskets, men. It's that very soon none of the family will live here anymore. Here in the house where Bennie has lived her whole life, and where her mother grew up as well, and before her, Aunt Glad, who is in fact Bennie's great-aunt. Walter and Bennie have agreed not to say anything until next week after the wedding, after the meeting with the real estate agent. For years, they've had a running joke about putting the house on the market, mostly taking the form of idle quips about abandoning ship in the wake of some new thing going wrong, some not inconsiderable plumbing bill or carpentry bill or masonry bill, not to mention the great bat exclusion fiasco, which led to the great chimney rebuilding fiasco. But over the past 6 months, the conversation turned serious. And it wasn't any longer just the house they spoke of leaving, but Rundle Junction itself. Still, it hadn't become real until the evening less than a week ago, when Walter came home close to midnight from the village meeting, bearing a conciliatory pint of burnt caramel from Piccolo's. Bennie had kept herself awake doing combat with the Thursday crossword. He found her glowering at it on her old wooden clipboard. Sorry I'm so late. He sat heavily on the edge of the bed, handed her one of 2 spoons, and dug his own into the ice cream. Public comments went on forever. She listened as he recapped the evening's revelations, at the end of which she gestured with her spoon. You're saying it's really going to happen. I'm saying it already is. Ben, right down the road, you know Garvey's old place? As of last week, there's a new family living there. Black Hat? He managed to combine a confirmatory nod with a reproachful wince at her use of the slang. Never mind that she'd picked it up from him. Walter had grown up around Orthodox Jews in New York. You're saying it's time, then, for us to move? He let a few more seconds elapse, out of respect or as a kind of condolence. After all, she is the one with roots here. Before granting, I am. She'd called the realtor the next morning, not being one to wallow. So that's 2 secrets she's carrying around now. The second, quite literally, she is 10 weeks pregnant. Walter...